morning, I am Bautista from University of San Tomas. Today's main topic is about the people behind electrical engineering. We will talk about what electrical engineers do, how they do it, and the problems they encounter. First of all, let me define what an electrical engineer is. Based from my research, an electrical engineer is one of the newer branches of engineering. Back to late 19th century, an electrical engineer is someone who designs and develops new electrical equipment by applying the law of physics and mathematics. They work with all kinds of electronics devices, from tiny microchips to huge power generators. Thus, magnetism and electronics, electrical engineering has its multiple branches like power engineering, control engineering, microelectronics, telecommunications, telegraph. Thank you for that brief but specific information, Mr. Darryl. Now, let us hear from Mr. Derek Ramsey. I am Derek Ramsey from the University of Santo Tomas. Electrical engineers play a very significant and important part of the environment. Without electrical engineers, our society wouldn't have any electricity to use. It is also frequently undergoing maintenance. Cellular signals and even the wide use of internet are maintained by the electrical engineers. Without electrical engineers, there would be no broadcasting, television, no telephone communication, or telegraphy. In order to arrange automatic sequences of operation in production, devices and control engineering required in which today are driven almost exclusively by electrical engineering. One specific scenario of these are the contributions of electrical engineers in the rural population of Philippines. Electrical engineers provide power through alternate source of energy in an area which electricity hasn't reached yet. At the same time, they maintain proper wiring and safety measures. It is clear that we would lose a lot without electrical engineers. Electrical engineers have helped the world so much by their inventions and works since 600 BC. Electrical engineers have given a huge impact to the world through their inventions, from the invention of static electricity and the resistor used as a memory resistor. And electrical engineers have changed the world. There are many inventions whose date and date, but the common inventions familiar to us is the LED, nuclear power plant, FM radio, receiver, iconoscope, FM detector, circuit, and etc. Can you imagine the world without an electrical engineer? Thanks to electrical engineers, especially to Mr. Thomas Edison. But we don't have to. According to book, Otto Rotblatnik in the field of robotics is used to replace human error with the sum of 8.3 million, which are help created by engineers worldwide. It is used in medical procedures such as the removal of prostate cancer and brain tumors. Flatnik also quoted that in psychological application, virtual reality is used in psychotherapy to expose a patient to a feared stimuli in order to overcome this fear. Thus, it could be concluded that engineers have created big impacts with their inventions throughout the world. The most common question about the most profession is the amount of salary. An electrical engineer has an estimated amount of salary $86,000, with the range of $53,000 to $126,000 is the estimated annual salary in the premises of United States. But in India, the estimated salary is about 345,549 pesos, which is equivalent to 257,000 pesos. But an electrical engineer in Philippines has an estimated salary of about 100, starting about of 144,000 to 131,000. That is a great point, Mr. John Lloyd. Don't you agree, Mr. Derek Ramsey? Most electrical engineers in United States stay longer in their field of work than the electrical engineers in India, where 10 years is usually the maximum of job experience for the most profession. Yes, indeed, John Bautista, that is a great point. So another common question which is connected to prior point is what an electrical engineering graduate must find as a profession in an industry. There is actually various and in-demand choices for it. Let me run through the many industries as a quick background. Aerospace, automotive, chemical, construction, defense, marine, oil, gas, electronics, and fast consumer goods, power generation, and many more industries. Aerospace industry is chosen as a field of profession. The said engineering graduate will have to work with the design and develop to produce an air and spacecraft. With the many privileges and bonuses of an electrical engineer, there's also danger attached to it. Although slightly uncommon, electrical shocks are the most associated with the electrical engineering. If the electrical items are not properly grounded, a shock can result. Electricity always searches for a pathway. A single touch can put in your harm's way. Electrical arcs are frightening and possibly fatal occurrences. In this career, a small gap in a wire can cause brilliant electrical arc, possibly injuring nearby people. The best way to create a safe work is use protective clothing, equipment, before any product, circuit board, or wiring is activated. Wear goggles and insulated shoes. You want to minimize the potential of danger in your workspace. It is smart to work on items disconnected from a power source. You should only apply power when you are 101% sure that the item is ready to work. If you have to work above the ground, insist on a strong harness to safely maneuver through the air. You can even use remote operational devices to work on extremely dangerous products. The most common injury in this field of work are burns. Safety equipment such as fire extinguishers are the most suitable for electrical engineers, needs to be accessible and well maintained. That is an excellent point to point out, Mr. John Lloyd. Don't we all agree? Now let's open our panel for questions. I suggest enrolling in an engineering program that will prove you the essential knowledge. If possible, enter college that has a co-op program where the curriculum is divided into two programs. The classroom teaching and the other semesters are spent in the field of training by working for a consulting firm, a construction company, a research and a development department, and etc. In short, a place with good hands-on program. Studying the mechanics of engineering won't be easy, but if you really want to be an engineer or to be a professional in this field, you have to give it your 100%, or you have to give it your best. Yes, course, there's a difference. A computer engineer focuses on the practical aspects of development and use of computers, and so course in digital logic, design, and processor interfacing of electronics and circuits, whereas an electrical engineer focuses on the design of an electrical and digital system, installation and testing of electrical equipments, and maintenance of these machines and devices, as well as coming up with the economical and safer ways of accomplishing various electrical engineering projects. It's great that we have good questions today. Okay, anyone can raise one. I think that question is for me. I'm expecting to see LED lighting to get more efficient and perhaps see changes in other light source efficiencies. I also expect to see more of solar energy designs within our types of facilities, whether it's installing of solar panels to store energy for lightning transit platforms or large lightning transit to provide power for an entire facility. And I'm hoping to see more wind energy utilization so we can save from money from our electric bills.